board is about to be on fire. The board is about to be on fire, and the a7 pawn, that is the one that I am looking at.
Yeah.
That is the one I'm looking at, and that is the one that many players have blundered, right? It's insane how rare some of these patterns are, and your brain just short circuits. So if Javokhir plays f4, I wouldn't be surprised. In fact, Vladimir beats him to the punch with f5, threatening to win the game.
So now he can defend. Now he can defend a7 in case of f4 with the very resourceful queen takes a2.
Actually, the pawn can be sacrificed, but yeah, not on move 2. Let's calm down. Hold your horses, says Sindarov.
Well, I had a game recently with this kind of a structure where I did leave the a pawn hanging and I played a move like b4. And if queen a2, I had just development with knight c3, rook coming to a1 quickly, and it would be very playable. So there do exist positions where you can leave a2 or a7 hanging to a queen on move 2.
What a strange just setup structure. Like, you have so many different avenues that the knights could take. Knight a3 might be met with a6. Knight c3, you'd have to reckon with queen takes c4. Knight e3, knight d c3. It's like you've got 4 choose 3 ways of arranging the knights on these 2 squares.
Yeah, and you've got a very strange question here of whether or not you might want to play bishop d5 to put black's pawn on e6 to block in their own queen a little bit, like just deliberately, because they're going to play g6 to let the bishop on h8 out, right? So you play bishop d5, force all their pawns to light squares like that, and then just drop back to g2.
Knight bc6, so he has fianchettoed the other bishop. And now the knights. How do you arrange the knights such that they cooperate with the bishops rather than taking the spotlight away from them?
Yeah, and also without stepping on each other's toes, I would definitely not put the d1 knight on c3 and block the other knight on d1. Would not be my preference. I'd probably bring it to e3. Okay, we get a double...
So weird, like, all these moves.
We get a double Yville structure. That's the word I learned for this.
Really?
For c4 plus f4, like the mix of the English and the bird.
The Binglish. Or the beard.
Yeah.
But bird was British, so...
You can try and smash it together. And it's weird. And the structure itself is weird.
It is indeed, and I would consider like knight e3, e6, you could double back to c2 and prepare d4. Of course, then you could assign the other knight to the task of ultimately trying to access the d6 square, which is much easier said than done. But you mentioned this. Black needs to be very careful to time the move e6 correctly. The good thing is that the knight from d8 can always move up to f7 and reinforce the d6 square, so it's not such a big problem.
moves either player is even supposed to be trying, right? Unfamiliar ground.
A3 wouldn't be in my top like 5 attempts. Like this is what makes super GMs just beasts. It's just like knowing when to change the pace, when to shift gears.
Okay, so here's the moment. He can play knight d4, he can play fg4.
Yeah, I'm really not exaggerating if people are like knight d4 if we put this on the board. You can, like, what is the worst move in the position that still wins? You can probably go ed4. Yeah, you see that white is still winning, and I've just given up a queen for no reason.
Right, and your rook and bishop are hanging. I mean, yeah, unclear on what basis we're winning here, but somehow still winning.
Well, now I managed to lose. See, this is what I would do against like Hans. Knight d4, queen
g3 was the choice in the game. Looking at queen e5, that makes a lot of sense, Tanya.
Really cannot argue with moving a queen from it's a square where it was attacked, or onto a square where it does the attacking.
Yeah. And now queen e5 looks pretty clean.
Yeah. Fedoseev is kind of running out of pieces. Bishop d4, rook f5.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's playing actually.
Yeah, rook f5 immediately, very good as well.
Yeah. And knight e6, queen b8.
Yeah.
Knight e6. He might play knight e6 actually.
Materials equal. White turns his mate to 1. Black
It's
defends
mate
it.
6.
Doubling rooks will rook f1. Repeat the rook f8 threat. King g8 doesn't defend it.
Why didn't I get invited to the party? This is the rook on c1. Alright. There's room for everybody.
Yeah. Rook b1 might have been a good move too. There were probably 2 angles to this back rank mate.